everybody. I'm Tiziano from Young Effect Association, and we are here for a new podcast about the project Culture Among Young People. As you know, previously we did some other podcasts related to cultural patrimony. And here we have a new guest. He's a volunteer of Young Effect Association, a very special person for us because he's inside our organization since several years. So we are talking about Alpha Coina, that is a very good friend of us. So welcome, Alpha.
Good afternoon, Tiziano. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, brother, for having me here.
And I'm gonna ask to Alpha as a first question to present himself about where he's from and what he's doing here, his study, and basically everything. So, Alpha.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Alpha Al-Hadi Koina. I born in Mali, at Timbuktu, the city of Timbuktu in the north of Mali. So I am in Italy here since 8 years. I came here for studying. I was studying international cooperation and protection of human rights at the University of Bologna. And after that, I started a PhD degree in geopolitics and international relations. And I just graduated 8 months now. And now I'm working in the immigration sectors. I'm a project assistant for the integration for migrants in general, refugees and other migrants. So that's I'm doing.
Okay, thank you, Alpha. So why we decided to do this podcast with Alpha and his specific work in the international relations and intercultural dialogue, because our project is talking about cultural patrimony. That is something that every country has. And for example, when we visit a new country, it's very nice not only to be a tourist and to discover only the historical places, but also sometimes to compare and to make comparison, to find connection between cultures. And I would like to ask to Alpha, when you arrived in Italy, what was the first city that he was visiting, and if there is a special place that is connected to him when we talk about tourism, for example?
Yeah, like I said before, I am in Italy since 2013, so it's like 8 years now. The first city that I visit and the first city that I loved, it's Bologna. It's like the city of Bologna. That is the medieval city. It's a nice city, with the Due Torri, with the Piazza Maggiore, and the international city because there are many students here, and that is the first thing, the first impact that I see in Italy. And after that, I visited several cities for pleasure and for work, consulate for immigration and integration for migrants in Italy. So I get this opportunity to visit many beautiful cities in Italy that are diverse, and it's a really pleasure. You can see like the diversity in the region and the province, and like even in the neighborhood, so you can see how beautiful Italy is.
Great. By the way, Bologna is very well known for a good food, because it's a
Yeah,
region where pasta and some kind of pasta
yeah.
was originated.
Tortellini, yeah,
The Bolognese
yeah, tortellini,
sauce.
lasagna, and yeah. The bolognese, yeah, that is really like for the food. Bologna is I like it too. So I am some kind of, like we say in Italy, it's like golos and gourmet, and I really like the food here, and it's really nice.
No.
But even for like the patrimony in I think is in food and city are going together. The
Yeah.
life. So you can see how when you eat very well and how the life is good to stay in a place.
Yeah. By the way, a lot of project when we talk about integration of migrants, or when we talk about sharing the cultures, we use the tool of food in order to make the other taste our food, and to share our tradition. So my question is, have you ever attended, like in Italy, for example, some intercultural dinners where you had the opportunity to prepare some food from your country? And what do you think about this big tool that is food when we talk about interculturality?
It's true that I think for the intercultural exchange, when during the intercultural exchange, generally like we people like share some food and prepare some food. Me, to say the truth, to be honest, like I am not very good to cook. So, but yeah, with the Malian community, sometimes we participated in some exchange where we prepare some Malian food. Because in Mali too, we have a diverse food from the south and the north. It's really diverse. So different even for like for the taste and but generally like we participate in many of that and it's really good because with the food you can feel how people um, how that community can I don't know how to say um, live. Generally like it's um, generally here in like in Italy, like we prepare like in this the plate for from the south, and people when they eat it, it's really they make a really good good commentary about that, and that can make some sometimes create some link between people. So the intercultural exchange about that is really nice. Yeah.
Great. There is one question that we actually asked in almost all the podcasts that we realized that is very controversial, in my opinion, but I'm very interested in hearing from you what you think about this. Like, there was one sentence that say that some cultural heritage things of a culture can prevent the development of the culture. So some specific identity things can be a barrier in the modernity, in the development of a country. I don't know if you understood the question.
Maybe it's better to explain better because I didn't. If some heritage can be a barrier for
Like,
the modern
yeah,
development.
some specific things of a culture that are part of the past,
Hmm.
in order to preserve them, can be a barrier for the development of that society.
I don't sure this thing because I found that our history or our patrimony can we can just sometimes it's not just to take everything, but I think it could be because it's not because some things happen or something is in our cultural heritage can be a barrier, a real barrier for the development of the country. It's just how we can use this heritage in the modernity, because it's not for me the modernity is not just to like to be the same, because we cannot be the same. Just we have to accept our diversity and go with this diversity, because with that diversity we can be more happy, yeah. Because we can learn about the others, because with our story we can know how we are here, not like now. It's not because sometimes it's true that not it's true, but sometimes it's true that some people or some culture have this tendency to say, okay, this is our heritage, and we haven't to touch it. We can touch it, not to cancel it, but we can touch it to learn about our heritage. So to how to adapted this heritage in the modern situation, and that is how I understand your question. I
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah.
maybe
This
it's
was the
not.
question.
Yeah,
This was the question
yeah,
that it's very controversial, but I think also it's very interesting as a matter of debate. And
yeah.
the last question for this podcast
Mm.
that I would like to ask is when you go around Italy, and you also have been to Magenta, so you saw also our cultural heritage here in the city. Do you think our cultural patrimony in Italy is well conserved, and as well is it used in a proper way? So does it have the value that should have the cultural heritage in Italy, or do you think it's needed something more in order to proper give the value to that heritage?
I think that we can in Italy the cultural heritage can be we in Italy like the authority can do more about this, because I think in Italy there are many patrimony and many cultural heritage that can be maintained better. In the situation that there are is a little bit in risk. It's true that ultimately in this that's couple decades in Italy, the authority did more to with the uh, Mondial. I don't know how to say UNESCO heritage.
Yes.
People are trying to do better to conserve it, but I think that's in Italy there are some diversity. I think because it depend of the region too, because there are some region that the patrimony are more they give more interest to maintain it than some regions. That I
Mhm.
can we can see that in the things, and it's not to say, because maybe what I will say maybe will be controversial, but I think that maybe in the north of the country, um, some regions are doing better, or maybe the government are doing better to conserve than the south of the country. And in the south of the country, there are many cultural heritage that can be more like conservative to do how to maintain it better, because Italy can just I think Italy can be a country that which can survive just with the cultural heritage,
Yeah.
because there are many beautiful places to visit. There are many beautiful things to see. I think you in even if the whole the life you cannot just discover all the country, even how it's beautiful from neighborhood to neighborhood, from city to city, and that's why I think. And the climate, even the climate is really different in some cities. So I think it could be improved. Yeah, it could be improved.
Yeah, I remember I had one friend that was telling me that a good authority, um,
Mm,
if works very well. Can make from a stone can make a monument.
Yeah,
In a sheet
sure.
of stone. But
That's true.
sometimes we have monuments that are really beautiful, but they are like abandoned, and so
Yeah,
nobody's noticing it. And sometimes also they are collapsing because we don't
de-
invest enough money on that.
definitely. Because sometimes when I don't I won't say a name of a country. Like you go in a country, you see just some countries make more like publicity or something. They take something like is really high. But if you came in Italy, you see the same things that are more many years than that, but you see how they make values in this heritage than Italy are doing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I think Italy can do better. Yeah, yeah, Italy can do
Let's
better.
hope. Let's hope.
Yeah.
So also thanks to projects like this one, Culture Among Young People,
Mm.
we hope that we can give a signal to the people that are
That's
investing
it.
money in
Yeah,
order to preserve the cultural patrimony and to
yeah.
valorize and to give values.
Mm.
So thank you very much, Alpha, for
Thank
this
you, Cristiano.
podcast, and enjoy the beautiful Bologna. Don't eat too much pasta because it's for the diet.
I should eat, not challenge for that.
Thank you very much, and see
Thank you.
you for the next podcast. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.